Hello everyone, Will again here from Mature Minded Gamers, and we are continuing our deep dive into each of the characters for Super Fantasy Brawl from Mythic Games. Taking a look at the game today on Tabletopia. I would love to have you join me at the table, so hit me up on that Discord. Also, if you don't mind, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button so you can be notified on all of our other future content, from board games to video games and much more. But let's go ahead and dive into our character today. It is Taze, the Thundering Thriller. This is a ram style. Man, I don't even know what to really call this guy. He's like a ram slash a moose slash centaur. I don't even know. He's got these huge horns coming out of his head. A very neat looking character. His standee looks awesome as well. He's got these big ball chains that he's carrying as far as his weapons go. He has 0 armor and 9 health. A big monstrous creature that can take a lot of damage before he goes down. So let's go ahead and take a look at the leveled up side of our character today, and it is no changes for the stats. 0 armor, 9 health. But when Taze would dash, he may deal 1 damage to an adjacent enemy instead. Okay. So the character itself is going to be one of the characters that has obviously a pretty decent keyword of dash, but let's go ahead and dive into those cards and see how that kind of looks and plays out. So we're going to take a look at all the cards themselves. We're going to talk about, see if we can find some specific strategies between when to play a card or what combos that maybe they have into effect and who you should maybe play them with. If you have any comments about who we should recommend to play Taze with, please leave it in the comments below. All right, first up, we got an attack card called Bludgeon. All right, so it gives 2 movement. It is a 2 range attack. It gives 2 power. After the attack, you stun a champion. So basic attack with 2 power, not too bad. It's got decent range to it. I'm kind of surprised with this being more of a melee style looking character. I mean, I know he's got these big balls on chains that he's whipping out, that it's not a hex line. So kind of curious on that one. But let's continue on here. The stun isn't too bad. Being able to discard cards, as we said before, is always a nice thing to limit what your opponent can actually play. Next up, we have a skill card called Rodeo. 2 movement. You may move through enemies. Enemies move through suffer 2 damage. So with 2 movement, really you're going to be able to move through 1 champion? So really this is just a 2 damage skill. Unless I guess you can effectively take someone else's abilities like Su Shao, who has that the card to be able to boost up movement as well as power. That could be pretty useful as a little bit of a combo if you use Su Shao with Taze. All right, moving on. We do have Charge, another attack card. This one gives 1 movement. Melee attack with only 1 power. Before the attack, you dash 3, and this attack suffers 1, or excuse me, this attack gains +1 for each hex dashed. So with a dash of 3, that could be a power of 4 attack, which is a very powerful hit. Can definitely cause some ruckus in that regard. Maybe be comboed with this one here, that you charge in, you bash them with the charge, and then you rodeo them, and then maybe you stun them. I mean, there's a neat little combo right there if you've got all 3 of those. And that could be pretty powerful too. I mean, that could even be a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 style damage. I mean, that could take out almost any champion in one round. All right, next up, we do have his reaction card called Momentum. It gives 1 defense, and then after the attack, dash 1. There's where we kind of see the dash ability kind of coming into play, not only with this charge, but then also with the Momentum card here, that when Taze would dash, he may deal 1 damage on each adjacent enemy instead. This would kind of be a way that you can utilize that dash ability to cause just a damage if you want to keep him in this position. All right, next up, we do have another attack card. This one is called Finishing Blow. Melee attack, no movement on this one, but before the attack, you can dash with 3 power. If the target is bloodied, this attack ignores defense. So another dash ability here. I mean, if you ignore the dash 2 and you just use it for the 1 extra damage, then that's a potential hit of 4. That could be, that could be pretty huge. Now, for the ability to trigger as far as the bloodied, the target has to be bloodied before the attack. So that way when you calculate defense in the tree and everything. But I can see this as, a pretty useful combo. I mean, you can kind of even put this in place of the rodeo card as a great attack. I mean, this charge should potentially bloody anybody, and you can even finish them off with this finishing blow. These two cards right here would be a pretty good combo. All right, after that, we do have another skill card. This one is called Rush. It is a 2 movement card. Taze or an ally may dash 2. This allows you to get some extra movement out of another champion. I kind of wish it was Taze and 1 ally may dash 2. That could be pretty awesome as far as like 2 champions rushing a specific objective. But this is pretty useful as far as like getting Taze more into a specific position. But I feel like his charge card is definitely the way to go and what card you'd want to play. I think the charge, then the finishing blow is just such a great combo, and if you can maybe even mix in bludgeon there as well, could be pretty useful. So I like what I see here with Taze. I got a chance to play with him. I don't think I really got to use him to his full potential. I never really got the combo that I needed to be able to execute that. But I'd love to hear about your guys' playthroughs with him. So again, drop them in the comment section below. Join us at the table next time for our next character review, and until then, we will catch you at the table.